He went to Iraq at the invitation of a peace organization led by Ramsey Clark, the former U.S. Attorney General. The group hoped Ali's global popularity and enormous prestige in the Muslim world might prevent a war. Ali wanted to help the peace process, but his immediate aim was to bring U.S. hostages back home. Assisting Ali was a liaison from the U.S. Embassy, Vernon Norred.
He was a hero of mine. It was well announced to the Iraqis that Muhammad Ali, world champion, world-renowned hero, is now in Baghdad.
Ali was then in the 6th year of his battle with the neurological disorder Parkinson's. Still, he kept a grueling schedule while waiting for Saddam to approve a meeting. He mingled with the people of Baghdad, visited schools, and prayed in historic mosques.
Ali had a special magnetism. The Iraqis would ask him for autographs, want to stand and talk to him. Ali never, ever turned anybody down.
And he granted every meeting requested by Iraqi officials.
We hope and pray that it's not a war, and with the little thought and for the fame that I have, showing the real side of the man.
After a week, with no word from Saddam, Ali had a crisis of his own. He'd run out of his Parkinson's medication and could barely function.
He would be in bed, he couldn't get out of bed. He couldn't stand up, and he couldn't talk because his voice wouldn't go above a whisper.
We were very glad that you came out to see Muhammad Ali. But I think that asking him any questions would be out of the question because he can't answer the questions right now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Norred found doctors at the Irish hospital in Baghdad to replenish Ali's medication. Their only request? A group photo.
Over here, Judge, come on.
Ali was back on his feet just in time.
The next day, he was brought aware that he was going to be given an audience and to prepare himself to come to the embassy to see Saddam.
The Bush White House disapproved of Ali's trip, fearing Saddam would use it as a propaganda tool. The images of Ali and the dictator led to a more cynical reaction from some in the media. They questioned Ali's motives, implying he'd taken the meeting to boost his own profile.
The accusation did not ring true. He wanted to get everybody that was left there, Americans, released. What did he have to gain? You know, he had everything to lose.
If he failed to secure any concessions from Hussein, his reputation would take a beating. Ali had to persuade a man who was openly defying the UN and President Bush to release hostages to him. He'd also have to listen, diplomatically, as Saddam praised himself for his treatment of the hostages.
Some of them wanted a certain list of video films, and we succeeded in providing all those films. Not all Iraqi homes have video recorders. Isn't this hospitality?
Ali assured Hussein he'd bring back to the U.S. an honest account of his visit to Iraq.
I'm not going to let Hajj Muhammad Ali go back to the United States without having a number of the American citizens here accompanying him.
After Saddam agreed to release 15 human shields, Ali and his staff prepared to take them out of Iraq as soon as possible.
It'd be nice to have the detainees come over this evening.
That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing.
He's our guy.
You know, I thanked him, and he said, go home, be with my family. You know, I spoke to him very briefly, but what a great guy.
Champ, all I can say is that there is no way in the world that I can adequately thank you.
Thank God. God works through people. It's not me.
Well, I know, but it's, you literally saved my life.
Everybody say Ali. Free thumbs up. Free man. Free man right now. Yes, sir. Let's make room, please. Make room, please. Make room, please.
On December 2nd, 1990, after 4 months of captivity, the hostages were free.
I was just lucky for some reason to be on Muhammad Ali's list. I'm grateful for it.
He's a marvelous individual, marvelous man.
We waited at JFK to see if he really came. You know, you just really believed at the last minute when you stepped off the plane. Muhammad Ali came out first and then the hostages came out. It was a great moment.
Oh, it's good to be home.
Unless Muhammad Ali came to Iraq and negotiated with Saddam Hussein, I wouldn't be out of there, I guarantee you.
I gave Muhammad Ali a kiss and said, you know, thanks for bringing my dad home. And I didn't really know what else to say other than that. I mean, it was really overwhelming.
Ali had reunited 15 families in time to celebrate the holidays. 6 weeks later, Operation Desert Storm began. For the former hostages and their loved ones, the bombings offered a grim reminder of their narrow escape from danger.
It was unbelievable to think that without the help of Muhammad Ali, he could have been there for the bombing. We were very thankful he was sitting on the couch with me.
I do need publicity, but not for what I do for good. I need publicity for my book. I need publicity for my fights. I need publicity for my movie, but not for helping people. Then it's no longer sincere.